Well, welcome back to the Page to Stage actual plays. Tonight we are hopefully finishing. We'll see. We'll see on the decisions that the characters make. Finishing Trouble Brewing, which is the introductory adventure in the Edge of the Empire Core Rulebook. The events that are underway here are actually going to lead into our next adventure, which is going to be exciting, which will start after this. But anyways, tonight we have Trevor joining us playing Orc. How you doing, Trevor?
Oh, hey everybody.
And we have Adam playing Norgar. He's got Chewbacca with him. We got David playing Bunt. How you doing, David? And we have Seth playing our clone trooper, Val.
What's up, guys?
So so we left off last time where the party had their first combat. They survived. Val proved pretty ruthless in that combat. And they kind of did away with Darrow Blunt. They rescued the R4 unit. They discovered that their main the person that they're after is actually in an asteroid field, and they have the coordinates for that. And the R4 unit is definitely kind of chomping at the bit to get that revenge. And so that's really where we left off. But Bunt needed to make a delivery for his Baron, and also Val and Norgar were discussing going and seeing Zakata, the Rodian, that was actually after the R4 unit because she wanted to get some information from him, and she'd actually pay you 2,000 credits for that. So that's where we'll pick it up. So we'll turn it over to your guys' ship. You're kind of plotting your next move, and we'll go from there. So let's start with who wants to start. Actually, I'll leave it to you, your crew.
What's Orc doing?
I imagine I'm trying to. Well, guys, I'm working on this this code I found on the R4.
Don't forget here that I have the I have a small head for you as well. If you would like to look at this from his friend.
Oh yes,
It's the counterpart droid. Yes.
That's right. We should. I guess now that we're on the ship, we should try to take that apart and see if we can salvage anything out of there.
So you wanted to take apart the droid that you rescued? Well, the one that unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, the one where we yanked off the head in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Like a totally not gory.
Wires and sparks everywhere.
Yeah. So I'd like to take that apart and see if I can get anything of value out of there.
Okay. So that's what Orc's doing while that's going to take some time, Orc, as you're kind of like tinkering with the head of this droid as you're trying to figure out, what type of information can you grab from it. And then Norgar and Val, you guys are exiting the ship you guys are in the docking area on this planet. As you look out to the rest of the area, there's just different ships that are docked all around, almost in like a semicircle. And so you wanted to go see Zakata, and so it would actually be pretty easy because Norgar did actually get her comm link info. So as there's probably two.
I got her digits, as if you might say.
So with the 24 ships that are actually docked, you can find hers pretty easily. Is that where you two are headed?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, and then Bunt, you are headed to a contact that that's where you need to drop this package off that your master gave you, your Baron, right?
Yep, it's just a medium-sized package I could carry under one arm and just heading to the address.
Okay, so you guys are doing that simultaneously?
Yeah.
All right, so that address, Bunt, is actually it's just a short distance away from the docking area. And as you're walking up, it's like it's a nondescript, almost like a warehouse. And there's one individual that's sitting outside that is he's smoking on something, and he's just he has his ankles crossed, leaned back up against the wall as you approach. And we'll kind of talk through Bunt first, and then we'll skip over to Norgar and Val, and then we'll go back to what Orc finds with the droid. So, but yeah, there's just he's a human. He's dressed like he's crew of a ship. He has like the clothes on him that seem like he's probably a mechanic of some sort, but he's just sitting there against the door of this warehouse, smoking on something.
And so I'll just say, delivery, I believe you're expecting me.
Well, who's expecting you?
The boss man should be expecting me. I was told to deliver this package.
To this address?
Yep.
Are you sure it's a man? Because there's only one boss here, and it's a woman.
I wasn't told. Just deliver to this address that they'd be expecting me.
So he
have the package ready for you.
Is that the package right there?
Yep.
So he kind of just goes and turns his coat, and he seems like he's talking into a comm. You can hear him, and he looks over at you. And then she goes, the boss will see you now. What is your name?
Bunt.
Bunt. Okay, and he opens the door. And then inside the warehouse, it seems really dark. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any light as he opens up the door. Yes, she is waiting for you. You just go on in.
Yeah, I'll walk in and see if my eyes adjust. Give it a moment.
Okay. So it seems like when you walk in, it is dark, but as your eyes adjust, you realize that you're in a kind of a small little storage area. There's boxes and cases that are stacked, and you can see a light kind of off in the distance. You can see it kind of encroaching the darkness. That it looks like, and you can hear voices too, that it seems like whatever meeting area seems like it's just like right around the corner.
Okay, yeah, I'll just head in.
Okay.
As if I belong there.
All right. In the center of the room is there's a woman that's seated. She's a Twi'lek. She looks to be like a middle-aged a Twi'lek, and her face has like pop marks on it, and even her what do you call those? What do you call the Twi'lek?
The tails.
Yeah, the tails. Like even them seem to be like they seem almost like damaged in some ways. But her face is halfway between scarred but also beautiful at the same time. She has like a ruffled look about her, but she looks like middle aged, and she's dressed in this clothing that is almost like above her station of what you would expect, like a person that works in like a port area, like the way that we're in Foremost. She doesn't look like she's dressed for like the Foremost clientele. And she's sitting on a pretty standard chair, but she has three humans that seem to be attending to her. Like they're bringing up to her a notebook. She signs something. She goes off, and it seems like she's definitely calling the orders. She would seem to be the one that's in charge if you saw anybody here that seems to take that role.
So I'll walk up and make sure that I'm showing respect with my own tails, as she'd be able to read those.
Okay.
And see my body language. Definitely don't want to give off any attitude. I'm here at the Baron's request, so I don't want any trouble. So we'll just walk up and say, I've got this package for you, ma'am.
And then so she speaks for the first time, and she says, she's like, who are you?
I'm Bunt. My Baron sent me. Asked me to deliver this package.
Oh, so you have a master?
Yeah, the Baron. So he said you'd be expecting the package.
So you are owned. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel?
This is kind of how it's always been. It's just live to serve my master.
Has there ever been a time that you have wanted to be free of your master?
That's it. Yeah, that's something that, someday I'll be free.
What if that someday could come sooner than later?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean?
What if you had freedom now?
I was just looking for the coin to pay off my debt. The working, got to help the Baron pay off his debt, and then I can possibly buy my freedom. Like, do you have some coin to offer me?
Oh, you are so adorable. You're so adorable. Pay off his debt, pay off my debt. What is your name, dear one?
I'm Bunt.
I am Nujaram. It is pleasure to make your acquaintance. And your master has given you something for me?
Yes, here it is. I've got this for you.
Let me see that.
As I set the box on the table in front of her.
Okay, so she takes the box from you and she opens it very carefully, almost like as if you're unwrapping a Christmas present that has been delicately wrapped, or almost so wrapped well that you would be afraid to open up the sides. And so she's unwrapping that very slowly, and she reveals it's almost the size of a shoebox, and it has a lid like a shoebox, and she lifts it up. It's made out of wood, though, this package, and you probably, Bunt, have realized that this is a sturdy package that you've been carrying. But now that she has it, she lifts it up, and it's on a hinge, so it lifts up in front of you. So as she lifts it up, you can't see what she's looking at, but she reaches into it, and she seems to be ruffling. You can tell by the sound some sort of papers, and she's like a rustling, like she's flipping the papers. And she says, "Did your master tell you what this is?"
No, it's not for me to know.
Would you like to know?
No, I think if my master didn't want me to know, then I don't need to know.
I will tell you, Bunt. I appreciate your dedication to your master. But being one that was also enslaved at some point, if you would like to be free, I would like you to come back and see me after whatever task you have to perform. Come back and see me, and I will disclose to you what this box entails, and at that point you can decide if you really want to serve this master more.
I appreciate that.
I sense that you are not in a place yet to receive such an offer, but someday you might, and you come back here to Foremost and see Nujaram, if I am still here.
Okay, I just might do that. And thank you very much, man.
You can go.
Thank you. So I'll kind of bow and back away and turn around and start heading out.
Okay. And we'll cut over to Val and Norgar. As you got the comm links, Norgar, to Zakata.
Nogar, are we going back to the cantina?
I don't know yet. I'm going to buzz her right now.
Oh, all right.
Excuse me, miss. Miss, are you there?
So you hear it pauses for about 15 seconds, like a long pause, and then you hear a, yeah, hello?
Yes. This is your friends that you met earlier today, Norgar and Mr. Val. We have some news for you.
I was laying down for a nap. Norgar. Oh, you mean the little one and the loud one?
That's slightly pejorative, but sure, yes, absolutely.
How can I help you?
Well, we have some news. Maybe we should discuss it in person. We're in the spaceport. Are you on your ship?
No, the cantina. Tell him the cantina. We're gonna meet at the cantina.
Val says the cantina. Apparently, he needs a drink.
I have libations. You can meet here. I really don't want to go out at the moment.
Val, she says she has libations in her ship.
Oh, all right.
Okay. What docking port are you in?
So she gives you the docking port, and it's actually almost like diagonal across from your ship.
We'll be right there.
And like literally by right there, it's walking like a few dozen yards, and you're right there. So
perfect.
All right, so she kind of drops her hatch down as you guys are knocking, and she does. She looks tired, but she looks still well put together as you saw her only a few hours ago in the cantina. And she's like, yes, do come aboard. I must admit, it's only me right now. I've sent my crew away to, they get restless being out in space for so long.
Oh, of course. A little shore leave never hurt anyone.
Sure, but come here.
Unless you're Val.
but
You did get thrown out of a bar today.
No, I feel really bad about that too. I want to go talk to the bartender if we can.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No?
No.
But by the way, do you have any jet juice? Asking Zakata.
Jet juice?
It's like hooch.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like hooch for like cheap liquor.
Yeah, so she looks at it, she's like, I only have and she turns and points at her stash, and it looks like in their type of wine, basically. Like it's a more established liquor. But if you're looking for what you're looking for, you could probably go look in my first mate's quarters. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'll pay him back. He might have something.
All right, help myself.
So you go in the first mate's quarters, and it doesn't take long to rummage through anything. You see that he definitely has some hooch. You're not sure if it's the type that you're after, but it's definitely hooch. So
That works. That works for Val.
I'm starting to gather that Val has a little bit of a drinking problem.
What?
So, Norgar, how can I help you?
Well, you mentioned earlier that you had some interest in that R4 unit that had been acquired by some local thugs. We've managed to ascertain the location and acquire said R4 unit.
R4W9? You found him?
R4W9 and parts of his predecessor or his companion droid. Only parts. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, I don't mean to sound heartless, but I'm really only interested in the R4 unit.
Yes. It does seem to have some interesting information on board the R4 unit. Our tech is examining both him and his counterpart droid right now. Seems he has the location to some persons of interest.
Oh, so are you holding our deal? Would you give me access to the R4 unit for the 2,000 credits?
Yeah, yes, you're interested in so we are also interested in possibly flying to the station. I thought perhaps maybe we could work out a little compromise to sweeten the deal a little, if you will. So a little more guns on your end, a little more guns on our end. I assume you're going after the same person that exists in this. It seems to be an asteroid field of such.
No, I don't know anything about that. I just want the R4 unit to get his maps of Kessel and the surrounding the hyperlanes.
Well, yes. So if you'd like to come talk to the R4 unit, he is an independent droid. We do not actually own him. And so you would have to come and discuss that with him as well.
Oh, he's independent. He doesn't have a master. Oh, he's malumuted. Oh, I wasn't aware.
Yes, he's been amalgamated. Yes. And so he is definitely...
How is he? How is his demeanor?
Well, he... I've never seen a droid quite so perturbed, might be the word.
Why is he perturbed?
Well, he seems to hold some people responsible for the destruction of his counterpart.
And are these people responsible for...
most definitely.
So what does he want?
Well, we're going to take him. He would like some. I believe the word he used was revenge.
Interesting. A droid with wanting revenge.
Yes. It seems quite unusual to me too. But he's an older unit, and when they don't get their memories wiped, they get a little quirky.
Well, they also killed his friend too.
Yes, well, I mean, they did kill his friend, but you don't normally find. I mean, he's not an IG unit, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go and meet your droid, but I'm wondering if this is the best time to talk to him. You see, I don't have a lot of experience with dealing with droids that have a mind of their own. Do you think he'd be receptive to my offer of downloading his maps at this point?
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to. We hardly know him ourselves. We have struggled to work with him. He's promised to give us some locations, a location of where this man is who's responsible for his friend's death.
Who's the man?
I'm blanking here.
Bandin Dobah.
Thank you. Bandin Dobah.
No, that's the man that's wanted. I saw him in the cantina.
Yes, exactly. So we're hoping to kill, multiple birds with a few stones, if you know what I'm saying. So,
So you're going
we,
after Bandin Dobah.
yeah.
So what would you like me to do?
Perhaps you would like to come with us.
And put myself in harm's way?
Why don't we just shut down the damn droid and then our guy Orc can download his whatever, right?
They data at rest tends to be encrypted. So
You-
you'd have to see that.
Yes, Norgar is right.
Yeah.
Data on a droid wouldn't just be freely offered if they were powered down.
Well, hell, I don't know.
I don't know how to remind you guys because I'm not there, but we got all this stuff off the terminal that the droid was hooked up to. So it was copied to the terminal. We have access to it.
To the coordinates that he has, but not access to the Kessel maps that she wants.
I thought we did have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So you're not. I assumed, and maybe wrongly so, but I assumed that part of your interest in the droid was masked by your interest. Perhaps you were selling me one thing, telling me you were interested in these maps, and you were actually interested in the bounty on Mr. Dobah. Is that not the case?
Well, so let me summarize what you have said, Norgar.
Yes.
To see if I've heard you correctly.
Yes.
You have the R4 unit.
Yes.
You have ascertained that he does have the information that would lead to the capture of Bandin Dobah.
Yes.
He seems intact and his memory is intact.
Yes.
Which means he would have access to the Kessel maps as well.
I assume so. Yes.
And you want me to accompany you as you apprehend this bandit?
I assume that's what you were interested in, but it sounds like you're only interested in the maps. Is that correct?
I am, but this sounds exciting.
Right, and you are, if I may say so, a lovely young lady. I really love your green skin.
Oh, flattery will get you nowhere, Norgar, but it might actually get you everywhere. You never know. But let's go. I don't need to wait for my crew to come back. I'm assuming they're going to be out there getting drunk and doing whatever the crew does. We're not scheduled to leave actually for a couple of days. Are we going now?
Yes. Are you equipped for such a mission?
So she looks back behind her. She has a sack and she has a small blaster rifle and she grabs them and she's like, "Let's go."
Do you need to leave your people a note?
No.
Oh,
don't worry about them.
What are they doing on Norgar for 2 days?
On Foremost?
I'm a person.
Oh, on Foremost. Well, your friend's been drinking. On Foremost, they're let's just say, as we've been in space for this long, I don't know how to put this delicately. I'm not romantically involved with any of them.
Oh.
And also, I don't really allow drinking on my ship when we are doing the mapping and astrogation work we're doing. So we stop at these forts routinely to exchange information, and I have to let them sow their oats.
Very, very true. So you're unattached. Is that what I hear you saying?
Well, yes.
Come with me, my dear. Come with me.
So as this is all going on, and she's going to go with you. So Orc, you are looking at a way to get into J9B8 is the name of the droid. So in this case, at first it's a mechanics check to see just kind of like how because every droid is different. I mean, certain models, if you have experience with it, like you kind of know where to look. But the mechanics check is more like, how can I get into the structure here without damaging anything? That's really the first thing you're trying to do. Is how do I get into the structure without damaging? How do I get in the structure of the skull without damaging anything? So look at your mechanics check first.
I've got a point in that one.
Okay, so that's linked to your intelligence. So what's your intelligence? I mean, intellect. I'm sorry, intellect.
Yeah, 2.
All right, so you're gonna do a dice pool here. You're gonna have 2. You're gonna have actually 1 green dice and 1 yellow, because you're gonna upgrade it due to the 1 point that you have in mechanics.
Okay.
And then add. This is an average check.
Okay.
Well, actually, tell me, do you have any experience in your background as far as working directly with droids, especially like these C3 like 3PO models? Like, is that something that you have?
I mean, I've been around them. It's not something where I've done a whole lot of just hands-on work with them. I imagine I have probably just a common knowledge of how things should theoretically work in these.
Okay. So more like a theoretical knowledge.
Yeah, more like a theoretical knowledge and like a really good knowledge of things a slicer would be more keen to.
So add the 2 purple dice for the average difficulty, but then because of your theoretical knowledge, at least just because your research as far as your character goes, add 1 boost dice, which is the blue one, the 6-sided dice.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so oh no, I guess none of this would. Never mind. I just looked at my talent tree. I thought it applied. It didn't.
Okay. So go ahead and roll those and
2 successes.
2 successes. All right.
Nice.
So you're able to kind of see you're as you're messing with like the skull of this. With this particular model, you're like, oh, I haven't really seen this one before. But as you start working with it, you're like, oh, you start making comparisons to other things you've read about, other frameworks that you've studied as far as droids go, and so you're able to get into the core of its brain basically. But now you're actually at the point where you have to start taking out your equipment and you are plugging into him, starting to light him up, starting to get his circuits going. And so this is where it's kind of 2 checks for this since he is no longer with us. So this is a computers check, which I know you're pretty good at. So what are you at in computers?
2nd rank on computers.
Okay, so you're gonna do, and what's your like it's 2, right? Computers the intellect score. So you're going to do 2 of the yellow dice. So you're basically upgrading your dice. So you're doing 2 yellows, and same difficulty is the 2 difficulty dice, the 2 purple.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that.
2 and 2.
Yeah, 2 yellow, 2 purple.
All right, 1 advantage.
Did you get any successes?
No successes, no failures though.
Okay, so the advantage here is you're not quite successful yet, but you feel like with some more time, maybe tomorrow, maybe as you've had more time to study it, because it's your first time really kind of linking this droid circuits. You feel like with more time, you might be able to crack this, like as you study it more. So mechanically what that is the next game day, so to speak. You can make the same check again, and we're going to lower the difficulty by 1. So you'll have the 2 yellow with only 1 dice.
Okay, and then technical aptitude, I have 2 ranks of that in my talent tree, so it should take the task down by 50% as far as like the time it would take to do it. Would that affect this too, or?
Sure. Yeah, we could say. So we'll say it's only about 12 hours. As you're really what it is you thinking about the problem. Now that you've seen the internal structure, you're like, okay, I got to think how to get through this. So in a half a day's time, you could try again, and it'll be 1 lower difficulty. It'll be an easy check now, but you'll still keep your upgraded, 2 yellow dice basically.
Okay.
So that's how we'll do that as you are kind of working at this droid. So. All right. With that, I would say the party's kind of all pulling back together back on your ship.
That's fun.
And so Norgar and Val come in. I'd say Bunt probably comes back first. Well, I don't know, actually. I think probably Val and Norgar would come back first. Bunt's trip, I would say, probably be a little bit quicker. Just because you guys had to talk to her and kind of Val was drinking. So...
What? Can I take up time doing that?
A little bit. You would finish your drink, I'm assuming, right?
Well, you rented and raided the first officer's quarters, right? So,
I guess what I'm setting up is that Orc and Bunt, as you are waiting for the other 2 to come back, they come back with the Rodian girl in tow, with Zakata in tow. So yeah, you guys are kind of have a homecoming here on the ship from your guys' individual forays.
Yeah.
Oh, these are my friends. You might have recognized them from earlier in the bar. But let me show you the R4 unit over here if you'd like to have a little chat with him. R4, this is my pretty Rodian friend.
All right, so he like does a little beeping and noises, and she seems to understand it as well. And she walks up to him and she's like, do you think we can have a minute alone?
Alone? Of course, you and I can have a minute alone.
No, the droid.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm going to go up and work on the astrogation computer and start plotting our courses.
I'm going to try and hang back and see if I can listen.
Cool.
Yeah, we should keep some eyes on her. Just not leave it alone with this brand new droid that we just got.
Right.
It's supposed to help us.
Okay.
Right,
So you
I'm
guys
like-
are...
Yeah, we got to keep them safe.
All right, so sounds to me Norgar's going up and checking astrogation charts with the three of you are kind of hanging back, like listening. Okay, so she kind of just in one of your cargo bays, she just is like, she's not trying to be secretive with the droid, but she is trying to like talk to it one on one without it being like a party conversation. But go ahead and you guys can make easy perception checks, which is 1 purple die according to your perception. Perception's off of your cunning score.
Okay.
You got
And-
1 success and 2 advantages.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. So I have a 3 cunning and then I have a rank in perception.
So
How
you
many yellow?
you would upgrade one of your dice because of the rank in perception. So you would have two green and 1 yellow, and then you'd add a purple because an easy check is just 1 purple.
Okay.
Did you roll already, David?
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
Okay.
I got
That's-
3.
All right. So it's apparent to you that she's definitely not making this conversation secret. It's more just her not wanting. It seems to be as she's talking. It seems that she wants the droid to be comfortable as she's talking to it, and as she's talking to the droid, you can hear her say things like, "Oh, you must have gone through so much," and her tone is more soothing. And she actually doesn't mention the maps that she's after until the very end. She says, she tells the droid exactly why she's out here. She doesn't actually pull any punches on that. She's very honest. She's actually not being deceiving at all.
The same story she gave in the bar.
Yes.
Okay.
And she says to the droid, I would love for your help with that, but you are a free individual. And if you would like me to pay you for that, I will. And with that, the droid tells her in the beefs that we could talk more about this, but after I've had my revenge. And that's pretty much what you hear. And when she's done speaking, she goes, "You 3 can come out now. I see you back there."
Just gotta make sure our buddy stays safe.
Oh, he's safe. He is just, he is definitely bent on his revenge. I've never seen a droid so bent on revenge.
Well, what do you make of that? Anything?
Well, it seems to be that him and his companion have been free for quite a while. And, you never know with droids being free without masters this long. They do develop their own personalities. I just have never seen a personality develop such as this. But then again, I don't think this droid has ever had to face an emotional crisis as he has had to face in these past few days. Very interesting. Very interesting. She kind
Sounds
of...
sounds like we have to kill him. We have to do the revenge first. We have to kill old Bandin.
I thought you meant the droid.
I was like, where is he going with this?
Just put him out of his misery.
I was like,
Because machines can't have emotions. So, screw you, Data.
tell us how you really feel, Orc. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew, okay.
I mean, if you guys would prefer, I could try to bypass his security and encryption, but it seems like it's just going to be easier to help him out.
And with that, you get a little rocking that as he beeps and whirls. That try that. His little like pop out little laser thing comes out as you even say it.
I'm gonna call Val on the comm. Val, perhaps you may bring the R4 unit up if she's just done talking to him. I'd like to plug him into our astrogation computer so that we can get the coordinates from him.
All right. And I'll look over at Zakata and be like, well, that R4 unit is being hailed to go up the cockpit.
Well, very well. What would you like me to do?
I don't know. Orc, you have something for her to do?
No.
I'm going to need a co-pilot up here, and you might as well put some people on the guns. And we probably would need someone in the communication seat as well. So, however you want to divide those among yourself, this is not going to be an easy task. There's a course and some things, and I'm worried about getting shot. Yes.
Yeah. I've got the guns, of course.
Well, there's an upper and a lower.
Oh, okay.
I can take comms.
Oh, okay. I'll try my best at guns.
Well, we should ask her. Zakata, are you a pilot? You shoot guns?
I can co-pilot. I don't think I'm much experienced in shooting guns.
That sounds lovely. I would love to have you up in the pilot's cockpit with me.
Of course you would. So we got Val and Orc doing the guns. So we got who's doing dorsal and who's doing ventral.
I'm literally just gonna take the one he doesn't take.
Okay, so you're doing the top gun or the bottom gun, Val?
Would I know which one gets more action?
No. It depends on how I fly.
Yeah.
I'll take top. Top.
All right, so we got Bunt on comms and we got Zakata on co-pilot. All right, cool.
All
right, so are you guys taking off to the asteroid field? Is that the next plan?
Yeah,
I
seems
see
like
nothing.
that's,
Yes, we're hopping in and taking off to the asteroid field.
All right, so R4W9 immediately goes to work on the charts and the navigation for your ship, and so he gives you kind of a beep beep when he's ready for it. So you have to do a short jump into hyperspace for this, and then with his navigation and with the assistance from him, you basically hit. He puts you. He tells you he can put you right outside the asteroid field. And he can locate, he knows the exact location of which asteroid is the asteroid that Bandin Dobah is located on.
Do you know if there's any defenses or?
Well, he has that signal, right, that we have to transmit.
You guys have the file. You have it from him. You actually you have that down. Like you have access to that. That was something you gained separate. Like you don't need him to transmit it. You have it. It's a shortwave radio.
Gotcha. That'll be Bunt's job.
Yeah,
I can do it.
He does tell you that as he's ready to jump. He says that as you mentioned that file, that file is Blunt's file, so that using that it would be communicating that you are him,
not Bunt, the other guy,
Daryl,
yeah,
Daryl,
or at least working for Daryl.
No, that you are him. That's it. That's Daryl Blunt's passcode, basically.
Oh, Bunt, did you hear that? Do you think you can pull off a Daryl?
Yeah, we can pull off a Daryl.
Okay. Well, here's to the effort.
So you launch in.
Do I need to roll?
No.
Do I need to roll?
No, with the R4 unit because of the coordinates.
I wanted to roll. Okay, fine.
Oh, you might have a chance, but with the getting there, that's not gonna. The issue of getting there is not going to require a roll. With the R4 unit and the information that he holds.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you have any information about the base that they're in or what we're going to see once we land?
Are you the R4 unit?
Yeah.
He does not. He just knows which asteroid it is.
And I'm assuming it's dead or alive, right? On the bounty.
Well, there's two bounties. There's the bounty to one of the huts. That's 5,000 credits.
Yeah, and then there's the Imperial bounty for 10, right?
And the Imperial bounty is for 10.
Okay.
The only thing with the 5,000 bounty is that they want him. I think that was the one they want him alive. We have to kind of go back and check that detail, but I think that was the one that actually wanted him alive.
I prefer, if we're trying to choose whether or not to kill him, to give him over to the huts. Seems like carries a little more weight here in the outer rim.
I would prefer that too. Don't want any entanglements with the Imperial. Nope.
Yeah. So so the Hutts want him alive. They want to make an example of him, but the Imperial bounty just needs him dead or alive. But you would have to actually go deal with the Imperials.
Awesome. Do you any idea of what the capacity of this base is all for?
So he gives he gives you some beeping noise, and he just notes that whatever the asteroid is that he has on his map is one of the larger asteroids. That's all he knows.
Perfect. Oh, all right. Well, are we ready for this?
Yeah, remember that he was shut down this whole entire time, and the only thing he got downloaded with was the coordinates to get here, and then also you found on the computer, Orc found on the computer that file that actually wasn't on the R4 unit. You actually found that from hacking into the computer. So are you doing the punching into the hyperspace?
Yes. All right, punch it.
Okay, so the hyperspace, that scenery kind of floats by you, and then immediately you're confronted with this expansive asteroid field that's sitting in front of you. And R4 notes to you, Norgar, as the pilot. He goes, it kind of brings up on your screen and it says target, and he goes, and it has like an asteroid that's somewhere in the center, and he says this is where it's at. So this is where your piloting comes in.
Everybody buckle your seatbelts.
So go ahead and make a piloting on space, not planetary, but on space. And this is with the R4's help, because he is helping navigate you. This is actually going to be an easy check. Normally this would be at least an average check, but because R4 is helping you, it's going to be an easy check.
So one difficulty, yes.
Yes, one difficulty.
Okay. So I have...
And then, so for this one, before you roll, I want to start getting this down for at least your guys' skill checks that aren't in combat. We'll do it somewhat in combat too, but combat's a little more structured as far as what your advantages and your triumphs get used for, also your setbacks and also your despair and threats and stuff. But in the narrative play of making skill rolls, I'd like you first to describe what are you trying to do, and then we roll the dice and see how narratively that plays out. So how do you see it, Adam, as you're describing this?
Well, so there's a bit of I guess I can talk in a regular voice. I'm not actually his character right now.
Yeah, however you want to do it.
So I'm going to approach the asteroid field and try to go directly to this asteroid. I don't want to seem like I'm hiding per se. I don't want to be too fast because I'd like to have time to maybe do some sensors and make sure that they're not going to
react. Okay.
Yeah, but also try to keep one or two of the asteroids always kind of between me and where we're going. Like I'm navigating to it, but I'm also trying to keep myself with an option for getting out.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that one. See how that plays out.
All right. I got one success.
Okay. It takes all of your control, and you're sweating by the time you do it, to do exactly what you just said. You get right up in there. You're like, whew, that was harder than I thought. As you kind of move around these asteroids and everything else.
I'm going to need a towel to wash down my fur.
So you feel like that without the R4's help, though, that would have been impossible, that you wouldn't have been able to get there. So if you were told to go after Bandin Dobah and he's out here in this asteroid, you felt like it would be a lot harder task. But the fact that you have the R4 unit to help guide you, that's what got you there. So
R4?
what? Yeah.
I was going to say thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
R4, thank you for your assistance. It was much kindly appreciated. I think we'd like to keep you around if it was up to me.
So he gives you like a, which is you think says thank you. So, and then before you see you're able to track it now because you're not like now that you're through the asteroid field to your target. You don't have to keep dodging asteroids, but you're basically like orbiting, like you're getting on. You're kind of getting on your sensors onto one asteroid. So the asteroid that you notice is larger than the other asteroids, and it has 3 distinct openings.
Mr. Bunt?
Yeah, I think we need to transmit the file.
Yes.
Transmit it. Do we have to roll for that?
What are you trying to do?
So we're just running the file, the transmit.
Okay. So you're just like throwing that out?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you go ahead and transmit that file, and as you transmit it, it doesn't seem like anything happens at the moment.
Yeah, so it should let us into wherever the landing zone is. So do we know? Can we tell which one of the openings is a landing zone?
You would have to do some sort of a sensor array to do that.
Sensor? What would that be under?
It's a computers check.
Computers. Okay. What's the Rodian's sensor check? Can she run the sensors? Hello, my fair lady. Perhaps you would like to do a little sensor scan for us and see which one of those ports we should land into.
Oh, certainly. So she, so she starts messing with the comms and starts figuring out how to do this on your ship since she's used to it on her own ship. All right, let me roll for her. She didn't succeed, but she got an advantage. And she says, I can't quite make out what's in all three, but it seems like the life forms that I can detect are in these two. And she points to two of the three, basically. But yeah, she basically didn't succeed in her roll.
In for a penny, in for a pound, in for a credit. Should be in for a credit, in for a galactic bank. Let's Bunt, I'm going to take the second one. How do you feel about that?
That's as good as any, I guess.
Okay,
let's slowly approach, give it a shot.
We're going to approach the second port and go in.
Okay. So when you approach the second port, you see as you start noticing that the cavern walls are they're pretty slick with some sort of slime. Norgar, as you're kind of flying the ship, you're kind of keeping the ship away from the walls themselves because they seem to have some sort of space slugs or something that is infested this asteroid, which is not uncommon, for asteroids. And then you guys see this actually ends up being a very short cavern as you come up on it, and you see at the end of it there's this. It's called a Z-tie. What it is, it's the body of a. It's like an ugly looking ship that's like it's the body of a Z-95 headhunter, and a TIE fighter basically together.
Oh, so yeah, that's oddly looking.
So that's what you see at the end of it.
Okay. Does it seem powered up, or that would be another sensors check?
It does not seem powered up.
Is there room to land us next to it? I mean, we are a fairly large ship.
Yeah, you can land next to it.
Okay, we're going to land next to it.
Okay, so as you land next to it, a human comes out and he's like with your guys' floodlights and everything shining down. He kind of just pops out. It looks like he's like wiping his eyes, and he's like this, like looking, trying to like peer through like what he's looking at. And that's what you see.
Fantastic. Who wants to go first?
I'll go out there.
Oh, good.
I'm going to point the gun at him.
Okay.
You're going to point the dorsal gun at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
I mean, am I on the right side?
Yeah. No, you're on the right side.
It's top and bottom.
You're on the
you're on
the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're easily able to point that at him.
Absolutely.
So as you hear this, he's like looking, like trying to shield, like what am I looking at? Because your lights are in his eyes.
Okay, I'm going to follow Val down as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go out and back him up.
Oh, you don't want to stay on the ship just in case there's an issue?
I guess I should. Yeah, if you guys are both going.
Come on, my pretty girl. We're going to go and talk to these men.
I think I'll stay here. I like the excitement of what we're doing.
You like the excitement.
I do, but I don't think I want to be a part of anything what's about to happen. I like to watch.
Oh, don't worry. Val will keep us safe. Come on.
I'm a great diplomat.
I'll stay here with the R4 unit. Thank you.
Aggressive negotiations, we like to call it.
So Val, I'll turn it over to you since you're first one down the hatch. What are you doing?
I'll strut out very nonchalantly. I'll pull out my blaster and kind of hold it to my side, and just kind of like walk out. And if I see him, I'll hail him.
He's like, who are you? Who are you?
We're looking for Bandin Dobah. Is he here?
Well, yeah, you just went to the wrong cavern. You already got the clearance. Just it's the next one. I was sleeping, man.
Oh, right. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Alger.
What does that mean? What do you do here?
I just wait till they get the signal, and if something's flying in, I fly out and shoot it.
I see.
Perfect.
I'm gonna draw my blaster and fire at him.
What?
Well, he's a bad guy, right?
All right, so you're gonna fire at him, and then Orc, I'll give you a reaction too. What are you doing? You're on the turret.
I'm like very nervously going to pull the trigger. I'm not at all comfortable with this. Just hand on the trigger. I'm like going through the steps in my mind. I'm like, I've been trained on this, but this is
Nice.
first time.
All right, so I'm gonna have you guys roll simultaneously. So for both of you, it's an easy check. You're at a short range. But Adam, you might need to give Trevor some stats for the ship. I know you had worked out the ship stats. Do you have a gun?
Yeah. Let me
But Orc, the only this is going to be a gunnery skill, I imagine. I don't think it's a different gun. It's probably going to be your gunnery skill.
Gunnery, yeah.
Yeah. Which
so it is it's an all firing arc with damage of 6 and a crit of 3.
okay.
Is there a scale difference? I know in some games there's a scale difference between.
Yes, it's 10 times the damage because it's personal skill compared
so it's 60 damage.
Yes. Yeah.
If he hits.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it is only it's only a
Well, let's just say if he doesn't hit, it's not like it's not going to hit something. It's going to shoot up the whole ship and everything else behind it. But that's why I want you guys to roll concurrently together because Val, you're shooting at him. Or you're shooting at him, but we'll see what you actually hit. So
Oh shit.
So what's the challenge level on it?
it's just a 1. It's just easy because you guys are all right in range. Yeah, it's all
Okay.
short range.
So
What's behind him, like line of sight wise? Is the ship?
Just a cavern. It's a cavern wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got I think two agility, so it's 2 yellow and a purple.
Well, it's going to be 2. Well, what's your gunnery skill?
0.
So it's just going to be 2 green with a 1 purple.
Oh, okay.
And then Val, yours is well, you're normal. Yeah, you know it.
I rolled a 3 successes and an advantage.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll. What's your damage on that weapon, by the way?
6. Oh,
Okay.
actually, you know what? I picked up a heavy blaster.
Okay.
I'll try the heavy blaster. Why not?
Okay.
So it does 7 damage.
7 plus your successes.
Yes.
So
Cool.
3 successes, right?
3 successes.
Yeah. So even with the first success, that still counts as a damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're
that's good to know.
the 3 successes add to that. So you do 10 damage minus his soak, and then we have Orc. What'd you roll, Orc?
So I'm going to very, very slowly put my hand on the thing and steer it and swivel the gun and aim and take a deep breath, practice, and then on the exhale, pull the trigger as I'm exhaling, like they advised me to. And I got a failure.
Just okay. So
Gotta keep working on your breathing.
Now, hold on, Jonathan, before you go, can I use my advantage to stand a bit away from
yes.
where the explosion's going to be?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a failure with 3 advantages. I don't know if that makes a difference, or is a failure just a failure?
Oh, that does. It's a crit, isn't it? Oh,
No.
okay.
What is it? What was your dice roll? What was it?
It was 2 greens and a purple.
No, what was the result? What was it?
Oh, sorry. It was a failure with 3 successes. Or sorry, 3 advantage. 3
3
advantage.
advantage. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, that's good
Oh,
to know.
good. So he doesn't hit me, and he doesn't hit
No,
Val,
the advantage
so,
the advantage are important. Do you have a Okay, yeah, it actually doesn't matter. Okay, so this is what happens. So Val, you just you drop him. He just drops like the second you shoot him. He doesn't have any armor on him. He wasn't expecting this. You just drop him, and then you hear from behind you the whirling sound of a and then it like over your shoulder this blast comes from the ship, And then Trevor, can you roll? I don't know if you have 10-sided dice on you, but can you roll a D100? So what we're gonna?
Yeah. give me like 10 seconds.
No problem. Yeah, I just want to see what you do to this ship. I'm giving you a critical hit on the ship. So we'll see if this is. I'll leave it up to the dice roll to see if this explodes
Oh man,
right in front of you.
I was gonna hop in that sucker.
All right, here we go. 43.
43. All right. Okay. So you shoot the ship and you blow apart one of its whole wings off. You start shooting and it just blasts one of the whole type, like the Z fighter's wings off, and so that wing goes goes shattering against the cavern wall, and the ship kind of turns a little bit. You basically decimated the ship where it's not going to be able to fly without tail spinning. The critical hit you got was called the tail spin critical hit on a ship. If you were to actually do that in the air, the thing would be spinning out of control. So that's what you did as it's sitting or landing. If you had gotten higher, you could have actually exploded it. That's what I was seeing, how bad you did on your shot, since you did fail. But with the advantage, that's why I had you roll on the actual table rather than just saying, "Oh, you blew up and it's going to cause damage to Val and everything." So
I'm going to yell into my comm link after that and be like, "Oh, yeah, who's shooting? Stop it! He's dead."
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
So what happens? What happens to the what happens to the body?
The body you shot?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, you shot him down on the ground. He's dead.
Okay, but there's no concussive blast or anything from the.
No, he shot off the wing. No, he shot off the wing. He basically shot the whole wing off one side of it.
Okay. I'll go check his body and see if he has anything on him.
Are there any tunnels that lead away from this, or is he literally stationed?
He is literally stationed in a dead end.
In a hole. Okay.
Yeah. When you fly through, it's got one of those. What do you call them? Like the shields that when you fly through it. Yeah, it's like a. Oh, there's a name for it. I know the name. I can't remember it, but that's what you fly through as you get there.
Force field, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all he's got. He doesn't have anything on him. He has some food, basically.
Can I get out of our ship and go try to access his ship and loot?
Loot his ship?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get from his ship?
Just anything valuable.
It's like a X-wing, so it's really really small.
It's like a small little cockpit, yeah.
He's got a rabbit's foot. Taking up the rear view.
I mean, he doesn't have anything personal, like any personal effects kind of stashed or blaster.
I'd say you probably find a handful of credits, maybe 12 credits.
Nice.
He has what is the equivalent of a Star Wars sandwich wrapped in some type of foil, for his lunch break, basically. And
the equivalent of a Star Wars sandwich.
Yeah. Whatever that is in Star Wars, I don't know.
A sandwich.
So, yeah.
It's a bantha burger.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, other than that, you don't find anything of note.
Okay.
So
Apparently have. I chose poorly earlier, so back on the ship. We'll go in the other one.
This is the wrong hole, Nogi. Let's go.
Hopefully they didn't hear that, Mr. Orc.
Well, luckily you're in space, so
where no one can hear you scream or shoot other people's starships. Yes. All right. Back in the ship. We'll head to the other hole.
Okay, you guys are flying back up. So Zakata said she sees Val as he comes back up and says is this how you normally deal with enemies?
I'm sorry. Wasn't that guy? He was some kind of mobster or criminal, right?
Oh, I'm sure he was. And then Orc, you just.
I'm sure he was.
I just the display of firepower was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, as the show of force oftentimes eliminates the need for further fighting. So we like to hit hard and play hard. Yes, onward.
Al, did you see that? That was my first time with that. I hit it.
You almost hit me too, but
Were you
I didn't.
were you aiming for the ship?
Yes.
Oh, rightio. Then good shot.
Definitely was aiming for the ship.
All right.
So you guys fly into the next cavern.
We're going to leave this hole
Let's go.
and fly to the other one.
Okay.
The other one with people in it.
Okay. So you fly to the other one, and it's the same thing as far as like the way that it's the cavern is just kind of like it's almost gooey, like the walls seem that way as you're flying through. And as you get in here, you see that there's some lights that are down toward the end of this cavern, at least what you gather into the end of it. You actually have to travel quite a few yards to get down into it. So it gets real dark, and you're using your sensors, Norgar, to kind of like not hit the walls as your sensors map out, this cavern so you can see the surroundings. And so as you get up to the end of it, or to what seems like the end of it, there is a YV666 medium freighter at the end, and it has these power cables that are coming out. And again, when you flew into this cavern, it was the same thing where you flew into what do you call it? I wish I could remember the name off the top of my head, but basically separates space from air, from breathable air. It's like an atmosphere crater. And so as you fly down here, you see that there's a ship that's down, pressure curtain. That's what it's called. You see there's a ship down at the end here that is, it has power cables that are running from the cargo bay to the pressure curtain generator. So the ship is powering the generator. And then you see a set of arc lights. And then you see some, it looks like some droids that are like freight droids that are just like loading bins into the cargo bay. And then outside you see a table and a couple chairs, like a couple like easy up chairs that are sitting outside, and no one's in them at the moment. But these droids are just basically loading things onto this cargo bay as you approach.
All right, so let's get ready to land. Perhaps try not to shoot everything before we start.
Yeah. I only shot that guy because he was, he would shoot us if he had the chance.
He didn't even have a gun on him.
He would have shot us with his ship.
Oh, well, true. Mr. Orc, please refrain from shooting their ship. It seems like it is powering the atmosphere outside, and I do not really want to be exposed to the hard vacuum of space.
Yep.
And to that, you hear a toot, 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 toot from the R4 unit, suggesting to you, Norgar, since he takes you as the captain, since you're piloting the ship, he suggests, may I take control of the weapons?
I question whether or not you would allow us to. We'd like to perhaps capture said man, and your care for fleshies like myself. I would like to, however, tie you into our navigation controls, and therefore, if we need to get off of this place quickly, we can do that.
So he gives you like a little light chirp, like that'll be acceptable.
Perfect. And again, let's try not to blast everything.
Zakata says, I will remain here as co-pilot, but I will be watching on the sensors.
Zakata, keep an eye on the R4 unit there.
Oh, I will.
And remember, these people think that we are people they know, so we should pretend like we are, or at least like he's in our ship somewhere, and we've been sent out to do the business. Yes, Mr. Val? I don't think I should be the talker, though. These people intimidate me a bit.
Well, I could do it.
Ew, that's what I was afraid you were going to say.
What's your guys' plan? What are you doing?
Well, I would prefer not to talk, but I'll tag along if you guys need me to break anything down or get you through doors.
I can do it. I won't shoot anything. I swear.
All right, Val. Let us go. Jonathan, is it like it doesn't look like it leads anywhere else, right? They're basically just have a landing pad in this cavern that they're using as a base, right?
Yeah,
it's not like,
yeah.
it's a huge compound or something.
No, think Empire Strikes Back and how closed in everything is around a ship. That's about what it is. So,
okay, perfect.
So
we're not worried about people pouring out from somewhere, just possibly the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. So Val, you're stepping out of the ship, and so you are gonna be the voice piece for everybody else, or?
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'll be the talker. I've got deception and cunning, so I should
Norgar
probably
agrees
be the
with
mouthpiece.
Perhaps Val, you can come with us as sort of a bodyguard, right? If things go south, not when, but if things go south.
Yeah.
Perhaps setting our blasters to stun might be appropriate in this case too, if we are trying to render him unto the huts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Val looks like he's having a hard time with that decision.
Yeah, let's try not to piss off the huts.
All right.
All right. So as you guys are talking, you just see these two droids that are like they have arms that are kind of like forklifts that they just go underneath. They lift up these cargo things and they're putting it onto the ship.
Onto our ship?
Onto the ship that you're looking at. This medium-sized freighter.
We haven't seen any organic beings walking around besides the droids. Okay.
No.
Is there a port where the R4 unit could come out and get the schematics for the base? Maybe.
There's nothing there. It's just isn't it just a cavern?
Yeah, it's just a cavern. Yeah, and then right now you have a ship that has its cargo bay dropped as these things are loading things into its bay, but it also has the cargo bay like ramp dropped, so like you could literally walk right up into the ship. That's about what you see. You see them loading cargo into other open spots near there, and then one of them's like rolling up the ramp and dropping stuff off. But they're basically loading up on this cargo area. That's what you see.
So it's probably not what we were looking for. Should we just head into the asteroid?
And Val, do you guys think it's worth seeing what they're trying to offload? Maybe we could make a little exit strategy here. We can lead with the cargo ship, full of whatever it's full of.
Well, now remember, your scan revealed two areas that there was actually life forms. You already checked out the first one. This is the second one.
Yeah, and there's no more, so they're got to be on the ship, right?
Yes, that's the only two areas that you got life forms.
Yes, remember the pretty Rodian girl. She told us there were some life forms here, and it doesn't seem they can be anywhere around here unless they're on some of these crates. So I would assume they're birthed, perhaps.
Okay.
We might have arrived at their night cycle because remember that our friend in the other tunnel was asleep. So perhaps we can get the jump on them, so to speak.
Okay.
So we board the ship, or we don't?
So we sneak behind the droids.
I think we go in with the droids and go up the ramp.
Yeah, I like Bun's plan.
Let's go.
So you guys are getting off your ship?
Yeah.
Okay. So walking down, as you get off your ship, walking down the ramp is looks to be a human. And he walks down the ramp, and he has some sort of light, and he's shining it around. And then, who's first down the ramp of your ship?
Yeah, I guess it'd be me if I was going to be the talker.
Okay. So he's like, he's shining his light around. He's like, Darrow, is that you?
Yeah. So, how you doing?
Deception.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Hello. Yes, it's me.
Yeah, go ahead and do a deception check. We're gonna set this as an average check, unless one of you want to aid him in some sort of way, and I'll add a boost dice to Adam's
I'll
David's
aid him
roll.
I'll aid him by aiming my blaster. Is what I'll do.
No.
All right, so
Who do you
Dave,
think that it would be?
David, go ahead and make a deception check at an average difficulty. And
So that's, two-
before you
two
describe
purple?
it, tell me what you're trying to do. You're trying to throw your voice. You're trying to act like somebody, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to say the minimum number of words possible so that he can't really tell
Okay.
if it's me or not. It's loud in there. The droids are moving. There's space between us. He's got the light in his eyes. He's distracted.
Okay. Cool.
Just trying to buy some time and get enough response so that we can hopefully get a couple more words out of him before
Gotcha.
it escalates.
You are a Twi'lek, right? You know this.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'm all right.
As he does that, who's second down? Your guys' like ramp, so to speak.
It's Val.
Yeah, I would think that'd be me. I
Okay.
kind of want to be first, but
Well,
I'll
I just want to know. Yeah, I just want to know I want to know that for the backup plan. But go ahead, David.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
So was that the 2 difficulty for average?
Yes. Yeah. Two purple.
Okay. I had to use a different roller here. Let's see. 2 success, 1 triumph, and 2 threats.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, 2 successes and 2 threats? Okay. Perfect.
and a triumph.
But a triumph though. So
That's nice.
I'm going to say with that triumph, that what you're going for is exactly what happens. You say what you said, and he's like, Darrow, I just don't recognize your ship. Who's that with you? And he kind of creeps forward more by himself, and he's shining the light over at you, Val. And I'll go ahead and give you an action, Val, with that excellent roll that Bunt did. What do you want to do?
I'll say, yeah, I'm a new guy that he picked up on Foremost.
Okay, well, what you guys, you probably want Dobah, right?
Yeah, where's he at?
Well, come on in. We just finished eating a meal, and he turns, and he still can't see you because like the floodlights that are around you, and then also there's lights from your ship. He can't fully. He just sees 2 forms walking toward you. It seems apparent that whatever he got from that broadcast, he thinks you're Darrow Blunt's crew or Darrow Blunt himself, and so he turns to walk back up the ramp. He's like, "Yeah, come on. I'll take you to Dobah. Did you get the last shipment? Are you bringing the last glitter stem?
Oi, help us with our cargo over here. Don't just go in there. Come over here. I'll yell at him.
What do you need help with?
Well, we're unloading this cargo. Come on.
Oh, let me get the crew. Hey, crew. Hey, just get down here. He starts yelling back up the ramp.
I'm gonna start backpedaling back into the gunner's seat that I was sitting in earlier.
What are you doing, Val? We wanted to go into the ship, not bring them out.
Well, I thought maybe we could isolate him.
So as that happens, three humans walk down the ship, and they have they don't have all of their clothes on, almost like they're wearing like the life beaters, like so to speak, like don't have their jackets on, don't have their full uniforms on, as if they very much appear like they're living in leisure, as if this is a leisurely time, and so they walk out of the ship and they go, yeah, what do you want? What do you and then he seems to be giving them orders. So obviously the person you're talking to is in some sort of capacity to give orders. And so the 3 of them are like, okay, all right. And they just start walking over to your ship to start unloading whatever cargo they think you have. It's at this point, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think I would start back as soon as they started coming out. I would start backing into the ship.
Wait, you're all leaving?
I was like, well, if they're coming out, then we're going to want some cover. So if we were going down the ramp, then I'm going to want to not be exposed on the ramp. So yeah, I think I'll be backing back into the ship, and who knows what Orc's going to be doing down there with a gun.
So I'm the only one standing out there with him now.
Oh no, I'm behind you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I thought we were right next to each other on the ramp.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd have the chance to back in as well. It's like, hey, come on, guys, and like back into the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and distract. Well, go ahead, Nogi.
Let's go, my friend. We're gonna go. Please go ahead and take us to our what's his name?
Bandin Dobah.
Go ahead and take us to Dobah, and he'll show them where the cargo is.
And then I'll add on top of that. I'll be like, I only need one of you louts. Like, come on, and just like try and get just one of them to come with me.
Okay, just one of the humans.
Yeah, I'll try and make it like, you idiots. Like, no, I only need one of you to help me unload.
Okay. So their their boss says like, no, you stay with him. I'll take you. And so who's going with their boss basically.
I think.
Yeah, so I guess that'd be me and.
You walked up the ramp, man.
Well, I'm still just right there though. It's
Okay.
like I just took a couple steps back.
So we got Bunt and Norgar that are going with the man that's commanding them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got Orc in the
cannon.
in the dorsal cannon. And we got Val. What are you doing, Val?
Yeah, so I want to try and get one of them. Does one of them come with me?
He gives the orders and says to them like, "No, you stay with him. Come on, I'll take you." Like he's not letting you give them orders, basically.
Oh, then I want to take it up with that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be like, no. We don't need three guys on the ship. I just need one of them to help me unload. Get back up there with the others.
Okay. So you got to do some sort of check for that. So.
How
An aggression check?
No. How about let me use my skills here, Adam.
Yeah.
How about leadership skill?
Sure, that works.
Nice. All right.
We'll make this at an average difficulty because he's the one that's actually in charge of them. So.
That's 2 difficulty dice.
Yep.
So, all right, and no boost or anything like that.
No, straight check.
Ooh, I got three successes and an advantage.
Okay. So he just says he's like, he looks at you and your leadership skills, like just how you present yourself. I only need one of them. He's like, okay, all right, fine. You two come with me. And then so you're there with one of them as the other 3 escort the 2 of you up the ship.
I'll get him on the bay with me.
Only bad part about that is now you have the 2 of you with 3 people walking up the ramp.
Why are we doing this? Oh.
Be cool.
So we'll distract them. The other 2 can come in from behind and take them out.
They're gonna know as soon as we're on the ship that you're a Twi'lek and not a human.
Oh, since he's acting like Daryl Blunt. Okay,
Yeah.
So let's do the ones in front first. So we got Bunt and Norgar walking with this crew of it looks like a person in charge of them. He doesn't look like you've seen that Bandin Dobah is an Aqualish. This person's a human. An Aqualish is the I don't know, as a kid I always called him the butt face creature in Star Wars. That's what an Aqualish is. So this isn't Bandin Dobah, but it's another looks like one of his crew. So he is walking in front of you. There's you 2, and then there's the 2 humans behind you. So what do you guys want to do? This is you walking up the ramp, basically.
Yes. I'm going to. I think I'm going to trip and fall off the ramp.
Okay. How about you, Bunt?
So I just wanted. I guess they could see me at this point, so I just wanted to call out it's like, hey, just wanted to head in to see Bandin Dobah. So Daryl's back on the ship, so getting the stuff ready. So trying to do a switch. They didn't really see me. Like I back into the ship, came back out. So I'm not trying to pass myself off as him.
Okay.
So they don't shoot me immediately.
Okay. So you're saying that you're pretending that Blunt is still on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. And then so he says he's like, well.
So that's why they only needed the one guys to help, because they're finishing up on the ship, getting the shipment ready. So he'll be right over.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna pull my blaster out as I fall off the thing though, so that I'm ready to shoot them.
Okay, so you're getting ready to fight, and then I'll turn it over to Val and Orc. What are you guys doing? You're back there in the ship. You're only about, God, you're probably only like less than 20 yards away from this ramp that they're walking up. That you see Norgar like fall off. So,
am I in the gun seat yet?
Yeah, you're in the gun seat.
Cool. So I'm gonna see Norgar fall off and just like instantly start unloading.
Aren't I right there?
Bunt is right there in front of you.
like to the back, like into. I imagine like they're walking up the ramp, right? So like Bunt's probably right here, and then they're over here, and then there's like the open.
The ship, yeah.
Like into the back of the ship and the people, more to like create chaos.
Okay, so you want to shoot the ship itself? Is that what you're trying to do?
Like shoot in? Does he have a line of sight into the back of the ship? With
No.
the open
So
door?
I would say that it's the front of the ship. The front facing of the ship is facing toward you. You have a ramp that's coming down. There's some droids that are loading cargo into the ramp in some of the bay areas. Yeah, you guys are walking up the ramp, and then your ship is like right in front of it. So where Orc is, we have the dorsal gun. You could basically shoot at the front of the ship, basically, if you wanted to shoot at the ship.
Yeah.
So
let's do that. I just want to create some chaos because I just have a feeling it's going sideways.
I'm right there.
Oh, it is going sideways. Oh my!
Well, we got what Orc is trying to do, so we'll do that roll in a second. But Val, what are you doing?
So I would try and get this guy to walk in front of me. Like I'm just gonna be like very abrasive and just like treat him like a grunt. Be like, "Come on, you idiot! Like get up the ramp so I can get behind him."
Okay, well you have that because you made your leadership roll, so he assumes you're a leader. So what do you want to do with that?
So once we get into the bay, I would probably try and just either choke him out or maybe smash his head against a wall or something. I mean,
bulkhead. They're bulkheads on ships.
I'm going to smash his head against a bulkhead. There we go.
Okay, cool.
All the bulkhead?
What?
Are all the walls the bulkheads?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to do, let's do that part first because Orc's part is going to set off a whole string of events.
Yep.
So go ahead and do your roll. So we got what you're trying to do. I'm going to the only thing I'm rolling for him is perception to see if he notices you about to slam his head into something.
Okay. What's the difficulty dice on the?
For you, it's an easy check. He's right in front of you. There's not going to be any. Yeah.
Do I get any extra dice for surprise attack?
But yeah, go ahead and take one boost dice because because of your leadership role and how well you plan that out. I think that's definitely an advantage for that.
Sweet. I had a great plan, but we'll see how it goes out now. 2 successes and a threat.
2 successes.
Yep.
All right. He rolled an opposed roll. He only had 1 success. So he failed that. So you're going to get to go ahead and do that damage. So you can do this as you're slamming him, right? Or are you shooting?
No. I kind of want to just like choke him out instead if I can.
Okay, so that's a brawling roll. So is that the roll you made?
That's what I rolled. Yeah.
Okay, so you have him there. Okay, so you're going to do that damage. You're doing it physical damage. You're not doing strain damage, right?
Yeah. Physical damage.
So what is your brawn?
2.
2. Okay. All right, 2. All right, so you have him in your clutches as Orc unloads. So you can go ahead and
look at that smile on his face. You wiped that grin right off.
This is
it's Argus Black all over again with the damn lead pipe.
Oh my god.
This is a gunnery check. It is an easy check because of the range. You're right in front of it, so you're going to make an easy gunnery check.
It's an easy check.
We already got what you wanted to do. You wanted to shoot the front of the ship and cause some chaos.
So 2 agility. So that's 2 green because I don't have any ranks in gunnery.
Exactly.
Right?
Just 2 green.
Okay.
And 1 purple.
Okay. Nice. 2 advantage.
No success?
No success.
Okay. So you don't succeed at actually hitting the ship. It's like your gun goes, and what it does is it just shoots the top of the cavern, and parts of the cavern just fall right on top of the ship. So you caused what you wanted to cause, but you actually didn't do any damage to the ship. you're just like shooting wildly at the cavern as you see this gun like shooting the cavern. We're gonna roll for initiative now. So with those of you that, because you guys are expecting a combat, we're gonna go with a cool check for you.
Yeah. So like I pulled my gun out, right? So
So you guys are doing initiative as it's a straight check. It's a simple check, meaning there's no purple dice added. You simply make your cool check. For the opponents, we're doing vigilance because they were not expecting a combat right now. This is one of the positives of you actually having that passcode file. So let me go ahead and roll for them. Well, let me get something right with here.
I got 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right. Give me that in a second. I gotta write it down.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Imagine as all this is happening too, I'm yelling out for Val. Val! Somebody mess with the guns.
Oh, I think he heard it.
You got your computer guy that's doing the guns.
Yeah, you have your Twilight negotiator and your pilot getting ready to have a shootout with 4 people.
Yeah, this happened the wrong way. I should have been the diplomat, damn it.
So I lost internet for a second. How do you do the initiative again?
It's going to be your cool check.
Do I do the same thing, Jonathan?
Yeah. You're still rolling for initiative. Yeah.
I'm doing cool. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing cool.
Cool.
And it's just one no difficulty.
No, there's no difficulty. It's a simple roll, so it's just straight up.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I had
Success and 2 advantages.
Okay, I'm going to get the enemies first, and I'll get your guys' rolls. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about this.
I have a great.
We're in a good place.
You can't leave without me.
I can fly the ship. I got it. I got a yellow dice, but
I can actually fly the ship too.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me that you have your gunner being orc, your computer guy.
that was his choice. That was a player choice.
Yeah, that was a player choice. Just like everything else going wrong tonight.
I think he's addicted after just that one shot.
I know. He's like,
he just likes the power a little bit too much.
Can you guys give me your totals? Then I can tell you the initiative order.
Yeah.
Let's start with Trevor.
Yeah, I had 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Okay. And Adam?
1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, and then Seth?
Check this out. I got no successes and 5 advantages.
Okay, so what that does is if there's someone else that has no successes, your advantage breaks the ties. So you'll definitely go ahead of them. And then David?
1 success, 2 advantage.
All right, so let's see. Ooh, interesting. I know you don't like to hear that from the GM, but...
Things you never want to hear.
Whoops.
Could you make a perception check? Oh, okay. You don't find anything. If you're fine. Yeah, those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be any traps.
Oh man, disclaimer, just in case anybody dies. I couldn't think of anything else to do.
All right.
Non-combat skills.
Okay, so the first... so, Bunt, you're still on the ramp, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we made it inside or not.
No, this happened this happened right when Norgar fell off the ramp, and then Val was getting the guy over, and he did what he did, and then
I jumped.
He jumped.
I rock and roll.
It's like he knew it was coming.
Exactly. So right when that happens, Bunt, you're on the ramp, and then this Aqualish immediately is staring at you from like down the ramp. And he has a heavy blaster pistol that's on him, and he just goes. He seems like startled that what's happening, and he looks at you. You see this like recognition that he doesn't recognize you, and he just points that gun and he shoots at you. So let's go ahead and he's going to do the heavy blaster roll. Right.
He's shooting bunt. Is that right?
He's shooting bunt. He's right on the ramp. Yep.
Damn.
No.
Okay, so he's going to hit you for 8 damage, bunt. So you're going to subtract your soak from that. As the and he's going to use let's see here. Actually, try to use the advantages in the enemy's turns here.
So that's another 4 damage to me.
Boy. Ooh, you got 4 soak?
Yep.
Ooh, what are you wearing?
Hey, keep it clean.
What are you wearing?
Hey, I'm just wearing heavy clothing.
So as he shoots you, like, because it startled you and as he got you off guard, what that's going to do is that's going to add a setback dice to your next check. So whatever you do next is going to add a black dice to it. That's what he got 2 advantage with that. That's what his advantage is being spent on.
Okay.
So with that, with what happened with him in that moment as he's shooting, you can tell that he's pretty like stressed. And just mechanically, I'm going to let you know because of his dice roll, he also rolled a strain, and so he's also he rolled a threat, and so for that, it's going to actually take 1 strain off him. So that's kind of the result of his dice roll. He hit you for that damage. He does a setback dice to you because he caught you off guard, but also himself in this moment he's being strained by that. So that was the result of his dice roll.
And if we're stunning him, that goes towards strain.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's nice.
Next up is a PC action.
Well, I'll go since I'm sitting on the ground next to where he's at. Can I see him from where I'm at on the ground by the ramp?
Should Bunt go? Because he's in the greatest danger?
Let me tell you the initiative order because I think you guys should know it just so you guys can make better informed decisions. It's not a secret. After the first round, you're going to know it anyways. So we have enemy, and then we have 4 PC actions in a row, which is all 4 of you. And then we have 2 enemies at the end.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
Doesn't matter.
Can I shoot him from where I'm at on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him. My gun's still set on sun.
Sure.
So I'm going to shoot him.
Go for it.
Shoot her. Oh, sorry. Okay,
shoot her.
Thank you for knowing that. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm rolling 2 yellows and a green. Ooh.
And then because of the range here, you guys are going to be at easy difficulty.
I got 3 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay, so you can use the advantage according to page 206. You can use the advantage for anything.
I don't have it up. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you can use the advantage with 2 advantages. You can use it to add a black dice to his next roll.
Okay.
You can also perform an immediate free maneuver if you'd rather not do that. You can also add a blue dice to any allied character's next check. So that's the choice with having those 2 advantages.
Okay, I think I'm gonna take. Can I take the action and roll like under the stairway, so I'm kind of out away from the other 2?
You could do that as just your own movement. So you wouldn't need to do a free maneuver for that.
Okay, fine. Then I will. Okay, so since I'm hitting him with the stun, I'm gonna give him another black dice. Let's do that.
Okay. So black dice for him.
So he's kind of like, oh, I got hit with the stun.
So what's your total damage?
So if I had 3 successes and my damage is 5, that would be 8, right?
Okay.
And then I have a crit of 4. That means I would have to get 4 successes.
You would need 4 advantages, or roll 1 triumph.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Another PC turn.
And that goes towards his straight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bun, you want to go?
Yeah, I think I need to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So
they're all going to turn and shoot me. So I wanted to jump off the ramp, but also like kind of move up a little bit so that they don't have a good angle on me.
Okay.
But when they started coming down the ramp, I would have an angle on them next turn if they come out.
Okay, you could totally jump off the ramp, shoot, and then keep moving if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, if I can get a shot off, I do have quick draw to be able to get my weapon out without an aim, without a problem. I don't know what happens when I'm jumping and shooting. And
no, that's fine. Yeah, you still have your maneuver, which is getting off that ramp, and then you can shoot.
Okay.
Unless if you want to take 2 maneuvers to move further, you can do that, but you just take a strain.
I just want to get out of line of sight, so that at least they have to move out into the open spot.
So okay.
They might get hit. So I've got an agility of 2 with 1 skill. So I got upgrade 1 dice, 1 difficulty, and you said I took a challenge dice on my next roll.
Yes, he gave you that with his advantage rolls of black dice, setback dice.
Black dice.
Yeah, setback dice.
Okay, then I'm gonna take a destiny point.
Okay, cool.
And let's see. So that gives me a boost dice.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
To try to hit the main guy and see if we can't take him out with a second shot. 3 successes.
Nice. And what's the damage of your gun?
5.
So 8 total?
8 total.
Are you also on stun, or are you shooting him for reals?
Yeah, I'm also on stun. We're trying to take him alive.
All right. Yeah, so you guys you unloaded on the Sokolist as he goes boom, boom, as he's hit it with these stun damage, and we have another PC turn.
I'm gonna.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
This is the real reason I'm under the ramp. Okay, it's not for the 2 bad guys. It's for this guy.
So we have this all happened really quickly. So who you assume is Bandin Dobah came down, shot at Bunt. The 2 of you went and shot back at him. You have 1 human that's in front of you that's more their leader. You have 2 humans behind you on the ramp, and so Bunt jumped off the ramp. So you have a leader human and 2 other humans that are on the ramp still, as this all has happened very quickly. And then you have inside the ship still, because he's looked down the ramp. He's not actually outside the ship, is who you assume to be Bandin Dobah.
Okay, and I can't see any of them because my orientation's on the other side of the front of the ship where I'm at, right?
You can see the people on the ramp, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
With aiming carefully, you could do that.
I'm going to give up on this strategy.
Okay.
And I go down out of our ship, and do I have enough movement to be able to run out of our ship and then try to shoot at somebody?
If you use 2 maneuvers, I'll give that to you, but with that, you're going to gain 2 strain on yourself.
Okay. I'm going to do that because I'm having like a real kind of oh crap moment with making the cavern.
Me too.
So take 2 strain off your take 2 strain off yourself, and then go ahead and.
Okay. All right, and then. Sorry, this is the first time I've actually fired a weapon here in the game. So this is fun. Just learning all sorts of new things.
It's the 3rd, but keep going.
Go ahead and.
See how this goes for an orc. So it's probably not a surprise. I don't have any levels in that either, and it's just one purple die, so it'd be 2 green and 1 purple.
Yeah. It's your for light light range. It's going to be your agility. So whatever your agility score is.
Okay.
Who are you shooting at?
Just the first not crew I see.
Okay, so one of the 2 humans.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, nice. Okay, the failure looks promising, but it's actually a failure. Okay, failure and advantage.
Okay.
Is that
so, you still fail, but you can use your advantage to recover 1 strain. You can add a blue dice to the next allied active character's check, so you can still use these advantage for things.
That's cool.
You can notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict, such as the location of a blast door's control panel or a weak point on an attack speeder. Like, they're just examples.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna add a blue dice to whatever Val does.
Okay. And it's Val's next action. So I would say that shot goes wide and the guy sees it, and so that gives Val an open shot. So
do I have this guy like in a chokehold?
You do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna maneuver and pull out my blaster and just kind of.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll an easy check. Let's make sure you don't totally botch it.
Okay. So 1 difficulty, and I get a booster for from Orc, right?
Yeah, you get a blue dice for that.
Okay. I got 2 successes and 3 advantages.
Okay, so what's your what's the damage of the weapon?
7.
Yeah, so you pull a hole right in his head. And
Did you write down the crit for that?
Oh yeah, I sure did get a crit, didn't I? Yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't need the crit. You got the damage enough to kill him. But
wait, were you on stun or were you on real fire?
Oh no, I was on real fire with that
guy. All right, so he's down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head out down the ramp then to where all the stuff is going down.
All right. So the dude that's in front on the ramp turns, and he turns toward, let's see, I'll just do a 50-50 here since there's 2 of you down. He turns to you, Norgar. So
yes.
He pulls out his he actually has a heavy club, and so he moves towards you to try to hit you with the heavy club.
But I'm small and quick. I thought I was under the ramp, though. He can't even see me.
He's jumping down. That's what he's using his action for, is to jump at you. Not getting away that easy.
Poke you with his club.
Yeah, things do attack back in this game. So, let's see. So willpower. Let's see, 2.
You know what my brawn is? It's 1. It's 1, people. So everyone's aware.
It's 1.
Just nibble on his ankles.
It's mine too.
Oh, unfortunately, Norgar, he scored a. He's gonna do. Let's see.
Oh no.
9 damage to you. So it's minus your soak.
Okay.
But he also did a critical hit to you.
so 7. So now I'm down to 2.
Okay.
In my wounds.
Here's his critical hit. Let's see.
Apparently, I'm gonna be playing a Rodian girl from now on.
he rolled a triumph, by the way. That's where we get this critical hit. And that critical hit is going to be, he makes you off balance, so he adds 1 black to your next skill check. That could have been a lot worse. I rolled a 22.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he comes after you, Norgar, just viciously smacks you with this heavy club, knocks you off balance, does all that damage.
Yeah. Like playing golf with a Furby.
The 2 humans turn around and fire at. They're going to fire at Val. Where you said you move forward? Okay, so they heard you shoot, and they're going to turn around and fire at you. This is what's called a group. They fight as a group. They're actually not. There's 2 individuals. There were 3. You just killed one of them. So they just make 1 attack roll together, basically, and that symbolizes them moving in position, getting around, trying to shoot at you. So here they go, and so they hit you for 9. As they both kind of shoot at you.
That's not good. I'm down to 1.
That's their turn, so it's back up to the top. So Bandin sees all this going on. The Oculus sees all this going on. He retreats into the ship.
Oh, we didn't do enough damage to him?
You guys did a pretty good amount of damage to him. So,
all right.
But we're back up to a PC turn. You have 1. I guess we'll call him the first mate. He's the leader of the other humans. Then you have 2 humans outside.
Is hitting a stim pack a maneuver or is that an action?
Good question. I got to look that up.
I think it's a maneuver.
I think it's a maneuver as well.
I think it is.
I know you can do that and still do actions if you take strain, where you can do a stim pack and still get back into the fight. Let's see.
Because I'm done, pretty much. I mean, if I only have 1 hit point. You know what? I forgot to soak. I got my soak value, so that only did.
Yeah, you're supposed to take out the soak.
Yeah. Okay, so I still have 5 hit points.
Not to mention, I know we had an encounter before this, but would any of you have stim pack before you got here?
I did.
Yeah. So
it'd be 1 less. I read the rules on the stim pack.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I probably would have as well because I got hurt in the last fight.
You would have stim packed?
Yeah, because I had 3 damage from the previous fight.
Yeah. So let's say you probably would have done that. So I would say you're healed up.
I was also going to ask for some first aid to get like 1 point back, but
okay.
I couldn't remember.
Would you guys mind if I take that first action? I can probably do the most damage, I assume, right?
Perhaps you might shoot the man standing over me with the club.
Yes. I will do that. So, if it's cool with everybody, I'll maneuver first. I'm gonna do what's called a sidestep. It says once per round, you may perform maneuver and suffer a number of strain to upgrade the difficulty of all incoming ranged attacks by an equal number.
Okay.
So I'll take 1 strain, I guess, because I have. Yeah, and then it'll be 1. Is that a penalty dice that goes to them?
To them, it'll be them doing a black dice as they try to shoot at you. Well, actually, you upgrade the dice pool. So whatever they do, one of their dice is going to be upgraded to a red dice. That's what that does. As they target you, whenever they do, normally they're just pulling together. They're like it'd be a 1 easy dice, a purple one. Mm-hmm. But now theirs will be upgraded to a red one, which is worse for them because it's less success.
Oh, it's worse for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Isn't the red one? That's not right. Isn't the red one's the one that has the?
If we are rolling, a red would be bad, but they are going to.
When they shoot at you,
they're going to roll the red.
When they try to target you, you're upgrading their difficulty by 1, and what that does is every purple dice you do it 1 at a time. Each of their purple dice gets upgraded by 1. So when they try to make their difficulty check, it's upgraded by 1, which means they're actually rolling a red dice, which is far worse than rolling just 1 purple.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they can roll a despair on that. They can also roll 2 failures on that. That's not available on the regular purple dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll shoot the guy who's standing over Norgar with the pipe or whatever.
Okay. He has a club.
Club. Okay. 1 difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all based off range, and you guys are in a range band that's only 1 difficulty.
All right. 3 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, so you can do the 2 advantages for like what we said before, where you can give a setback to him or a blue to somebody else.
I have a black also on mine from the last time because he startled me, or stumbled me.
So it would cancel that basically if I gave him the boost.
Well, it would give me more.
Oh, more dice. Okay, then I'll throw a boost to Norgar then.
Is this damage or stun?
This is damage.
Okay.
Is this the guy?
This is the first mate, so to speak.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. Damage,
so what's the total damage?
Let's see. So my pistol is 7, and then I rolled 3 successes, so 10.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have another PC turn.
Well, I can take it and shoot another one.
That's the same dude?
Oh, the same dude's still standing?
Yeah, he's still up there.
Yeah, I'd shoot him I think I get him in the back. That matters.
Are you still stunning or?
Let's see. What does it take to switch your weapons on a maneuver?
No, I think it's an incidental. I think it's just a matter of toggling the switch.
Okay, yeah, I'll flip the switch to regular blaster mode.
Okay.
Let's see. Agility upgrade 1, and I get I'm gonna aim with my maneuver for a blue boost.
Oh yeah, because you're just standing there. Very cool.
Yeah. And it's 1 difficulty, right?
Yeah.
3 successes.
So what's your gun's damage?
It's 5, so that takes it up to 8.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, he's still standing up, but he just got shot twice, so we'll see what he does on his turn. But you have, are you doing any other maneuver? If you took a second maneuver, you'd have to take strain.
Nope.
Okay, so then we have another PC action. It's between Orc and Norgar.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think Norgar, you might do better than me.
All right. So I would like to take a shot at him and then try to scramble back onto the ramp to go after the butt face dude.
Okay, you're going up by yourself?
Yes, I'm pissed off.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I'm going to shoot him. So I'm going to add a black dice and a blue dice.
So they would cancel. Yeah. Well, you can roll them together, but yeah.
Just roll them together, right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
right, sure.
for sure.
Because if you just cancel them,
No,
then you
don't. Yeah,
get the fun stuff.
That's why I backed off. Yeah, you don't cancel. You just
Yeah.
roll them together.
And then 1 difficulty die for him.
Yeah, it's a 1 difficulty die because of the range that you guys are in. All of this is in short range.
Okay, and
short to close.
I don't think that Norgar's like with it enough in combat to like switch his gun. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you'd still
he's
be
just-
unstunned.
Yeah, I mean, is that gonna add any damage in any way? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
It does his damage to his soak rather to his strain rather than his soak. But actually, mechanically, it's not going to matter. With the type of enemy he is, they don't have an actual strain.
Oh,
They don't,
okay.
So your damage is going to be the same. It's different when you're shooting the main guy.
Perfect. All right, I'm rolling. Ooh, 2 successes and 3 advantages.
Oh, okay. So those 3 advantages. What's your critical hit rating on your gun?
5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 4.
4. So with that though, when dealing damage to a target with the 3 advantages, you can also have the attack disable the opponent or 1 piece of gear rather than dealing the wounds. You could also gain +1 melee or range defense. You can force the target to drop a weapon they're wielding.
Force him to drop his club that he's wielding at me.
And what's the total damage? He's still going to take the damage to that, but in addition.
5 plus 2, so 7.
Okay. Okay. And he drops his gun.
Well, it doesn't have a gun. He has a bat.
Oh,
right?
the bat, yeah. So yeah, that's right. So he drops that club, and he's taking a ton of damage here. So we got one other player's turn, and then we'll talk about them.
Okay.
All right, and I'm just gonna, keep shooting, kind of hanging back and trying to pick off somebody without getting in the middle and put myself at risk.
Sure. Who are you shooting at? You have, in this case, you got the 2 humans that are acting as a group, and then you have the first mate.
I guess the first mate.
Okay.
And let's see.
Yeah,
how
this is still all short range, so go ahead and roll. It's just 1 difficulty. It's 1 purple.
Okay, 2 successes and 1 threat.
Okay, so what's so the threat is in this case I'll say that you suffer 1 strain, Orc, as you're just not used to battle. That you sitting here in this situation trying to shoot at people, that this is like stressful for you. So you're gonna take 1 strain from that.
As far as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the threat. But what's your total damage? The damage of the weapon plus the successes.
So 6, and then there was 2 successes. So is that 8?
Yeah.
Nice.
So with that, he gets shot in the back, and then he falls down on the ramp, face down, from a work shot. Do you want to move at all? Do you want to do any type of maneuver, Orc?
I'm just gonna, I guess, move like kind of a side strafe. I don't want to get any closer, but if there's like a way I could position myself to have better visibility.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Kind of circling around the scenario, not running into it.
Sure.
I think I just killed my first. That's the first time I killed somebody.
You did. That crew goes and they look around. They have two of them. They see their first mate draw, and then they look around and they drop their weapons. And they put their hands up.
Nice. So you also got them to surrender. The computer nerd, got them to surrender.
So inside, we're back up to the top, and inside you hear over the loudspeaker. You're like, you hear this voice: "Lay down your weapons right now. Lay them down." That's what you hear inside.
I'm instantly gonna drop it. Yeah.
That's coming from inside. That's inside the ship. But we go to a PC turn.
Am I still on the ramp?
Yeah. Well, you're right
Okay.
below the ramp. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell for Val. Val, let's go. It's just him in there.
You're muted, Val.
Do I get an action?
It's you got your 4 actions right in a row.
Where am I? Where am I positioned?
You're probably maybe about 10 yards from the ramp.
If I assume that he has control of the gunnery on his ship, do I think I can make it to his ramp before he shoot me?
The gunnery on the ship there's no way to aim that gunnery at where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just hightail it up the ramp with my gun.
Okay.
The enemy ship.
Okay. And then what is Bunt doing? Or Bunt and Orc, actually. You guys have your... And Norgar, you guys all have your actions right in a row. So
Yeah, it seems like I would yell at orcs, like to cover the people who just...
okay, so somebody's covering the people, right?
Yeah, just who dropped their weapons.
Gun
But
back up.
did orc drop his weapons?
He did.
It's like, so hopefully, like, while I'm climbing up on the ramp to join Val and Norgar, like, I yell at orc to pick up his damn weapon and cover. Come cover these guys.
Okay. And then...
Yeah, I'm like... Yeah, I'm halfway, like, kind of lowering it to the ground. I do the thing where you hold it by the trigger in your finger. I'm, like, lowering it to the ground, and then I see everybody kind of snap into action and go, oh, wait, I guess we're doing this. So I follow their lead and just stand there covering the 2 guys, I guess, who had already surrendered.
Okay. So you guys have them, that it's their actions now. The first mate is dead on the ground, and the crew just they obey with what you're telling them to do. As you like work, you're just like you have your rifle up and they're just like turning wherever you want them to go. But Val, you enter into the cargo hold, and you still hear over the intercom it says, "Last warning, drop your weapons."
Oh shit. I'm gonna try and get to the cockpit as quickly as I can.
Okay. Are you have your gun up and everything ready to go?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the cockpit door is locked. There's nothing. It's closed.
I'll calm down to, I guess, the team and just say that we've got a locked door up here. I can't get into the cockpit.
Okay, so we're gonna exit out of any type of initiative roll here because it's really you guys versus him. So you have a locked cockpit. What do the rest of you want to do?
I guess I'll go back and cover the guys. We need orc to slice the door.
Okay.
Or is there any chance you can go check out that the generator for the airfield? Because if he shuts that down, we're in a world of hurt.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's easier to do that or just unlock the door?
I don't know. That's his only move left if he's locked the door.
Okay, well,
I
let's
think
unlock the door.
Okay, fine.
All right, I'm gonna go right for the door because I feel like if he disables the air generator, that's also like it's him too, right?
He's locked in the cockpit.
Not for long. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna. Yeah. All right, Val. What's the situation here? You open that?
Yeah, I can't do anything with this.
All right.
So inside, you still hear like a voice that's saying, "I'm warning you, drop your weapons." And then you hear him shift into. So while Orc is kind of sizing up the door, here's a couple things that narratively happen. So you hear the voice, who's obviously Bandin Dobah, and he's like, and he starts kind of frantically going, "Godon, come on, help me, Godon!" And he starts yelling that across he starts yelling that across, and then so out of the bottom hole. It has escape pods that basically like attach to the hull of the ship. One of those escape pods opens, and this Rodian walks out, and he kind of rubs some sleep out of his eyes, and he has a blaster pistol in his hand. And right when he walks out, you hear on the intercom of your own ship from the voice of Zakata saying, "Godon, it's me." And he's looking around. He's like looking around. And then you hear also Bandin Dobah is like, "Godon, help me!" And then you hear Zakata again on your guys' ship. "Godon, brother, it's me." And then he's like, "Zakata?" And then a moment later, she actually comes down the ramp. And then you probably don't see this in the ship. I'll tell you narratively what it is. He goes to her and they embrace. And they walk back up into your ship, basically, as they are talking to one another.
Oh, crap.
But
Ooh.
you don't see all of that. But at the door, you have. What are you guys doing at the door? Obviously, he's alone.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just gonna cut right through it. Yeah, let's bypass this security.
Okay, so go ahead and do a mechanics check. We'll do this as an average check for you.
Okay. So I have a rank in that. So that's is that a yellow? And
Yeah. So you're gonna add. You're gonna go to your
okay, the
intellect. That's going to be the
So-
number of dice you roll, and you're going to upgrade one of those to a yellow, and you're going to add 2 blue. At this point, with so many of you involved, immediately add also a blue dice as well.
And I have a skilled assistance, which when I'm using my skill to help him, I get to add one blue die to it as well.
Okay. And also skilled assistance. Do you have? Does any of you have a better intellect or mechanics? And what's your intellect, Trevor?
2.
Does anybody have a higher intellect than him?
Yeah, my mechanics is 4 green.
But anybody have a higher intellect?
Yeah, 4.
Your intellect is 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do, with a skilled assistance, you're going to have Norgar's intellect with Orc's mechanics. So you're actually going to roll 2 green and 2 yellow, and then 2 purple. Also add the 1 blue dice, because I'm saying with all the time that you have to do this, it's It's going to be even easier. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then so for my talent tree too, I have 3 ranks of bypass security.
Uh-huh.
So I move a dark square per rank times 3. Remove. It's literally. I don't know what it means.
It's a setback.
Setback, yeah.
Yeah, the setback die. So I
Okay.
would remove 3 of those.
Yeah,
But
oh
we don't
wow.
have any.
Okay, well you don't have any, but if you did, you totally remove them. So you're going to roll 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and a blue. That's the final
Okay.
result.
4 successes, 4 advantage.
Okay, so that door just goes shoots open, and you got a Bandin Dobah who has a blaster in his hand, but he's like speaking over in like a speaker like this, and then you have I'm assuming all 4 of you pointed at him, you know. So he immediately just drops the gun and puts up his hands.
I'm going to shoot anyways.
I thought that was my move, man.
So
It's only a stunner.
So Norgar goes to shoot him, and that's where we will end it tonight as he fires off that shot. And we'll pick it up next time as we discover what you obviously you have him alive, and we'll just talk about what you do as far as his bounty goes. We'll talk about there is something that actually is well, we'll get to it, but it has to do with Val because the obligation does not go unnoticed as far as this session goes, and we'll see if Bunt ever changes his mind about looking in the box. So, But thank you for joining us.
What's in the
What's in the box? Thank you for joining us on Page of Stage Action Plays, and tune in next time as we continue to play Star Wars: Edge of the Empire. So, bye.
All right.